even niet de kant op halen. Allereerst de man die al 7 keer meedeed, onder andere aan het WK. Winnaar van vele internationale open toernooien. Hij komt uit Schotland, de Highlander, John Henderson! Dan zijn tegenstander, een man die niet heel veel kilometers heeft hoeven reizen, maar hij heeft wel het kwalificatietoernooi gisteren moeten overleven. Gaat aan zijn 27e Eurotour beginnen. Meervoudig Belgisch kampioen en World Cup finalist van 2013. Uit Antwerpen, The Rebel, R.Huybrechts! En we hebben de eerste 2 wedstrijden gehad. Dat betekent dat we ook een wissel aan de microfoon hebben. Uw applaus alstublieft. Kirk Bevins.
2 of the nicest guys in the game take to the stage in the evening session of the Dutch Darts Masters with a second round meeting against Ian White. The reward for the winner of this one. Shame that one of them has to lose. R.Huybrechts in shot right now. Up against John Henderson, a quarter-finalist at the recent European Darts Open, and also a man who made the last 8 at the 15th Players' Championship event in Barnsley fairly recently as well. All in all, it's been a fairly productive summer for Big John, given his appearance at the World Match Play as well. And he's certainly ticking over very nicely on the European Order of Merit as well. He's qualified for 6 successive tournaments prior to this one. And he should be involved in the European Championship at the end of the year too. Paul Nicholson back in the commentary area alongside me. Case to be made for either here, I think, but for me, I think Hendo's just about going to shade it.
Yeah, I think you've got to say that at the moment. John's in really good form. You can see it obviously with Ronnie qualifying last night and getting through 2 really good opponents. Has he got the edge because he was playing last night? He's come in with form, and this qualifying for John.
First leg is Ronnie to throw first. Game on.
Was a little while ago. However, what you said there, Rob, about current form, John has been playing well for months now, and he won the Portland Open last week in Inverness. And
140.
I've been reliably informed that he's the only person ever to win it twice. So he'll come into this with his tail up after playing a local event, which is a big event.
100.
Winning that, you think great preparation for the month ahead.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think John just shades this, but we're only in leg 1. Anything can happen.
And we talked about it earlier about the problems that players have in terms of keeping themselves ticking over during the relatively quieter period of August, and as he said, players can pick and choose where they want to go really to play tournaments like that. Henderson filled his time very well. There we see the scorers work there. 180 for R.Huybrechts.
As a professional dart player, sometimes you've got to hunt for tournaments. You don't just do the PDC stuff. You've got to get yourself on the internet and make a few calls. Big tournaments in Scotland during the August break. People should get themselves up there. There's a bit of money to be won. But Ronnie Baxter, back in the day, when he didn't have anything to do in England, he used to go to America and travel all across the country and just play lots of tournaments. And he cleaned up over there. It was the right thing to do. I believe he's going for treble 10 there. Just checking with the referee to see what he's got left.
49.
John, none in a finish. We'll look to pressure the double that Ronnie has left.
98.
That'll do.
Ronnie require 32.
Yeah, we've lost the scoreboard temporarily, but Henderson is on a 138 finish. Should R.Huybrechts not take this out? Sorry, 120 for Henderson if Huybrechts doesn't take this out.
16.
And he hasn't.
But you can just see that second dart, the one at double 8 was awkward. That looks pretty good. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, he's done it, you know. And it's deja vu because that was the finish that he used
to throw first
to beat Kim Huybrechts in the European Open. That's when we had the massive celebration from John Henderson. Well, it feels like we've never been away from the Euro Tour. John comes back with another 120 checkers.
Yeah, nicely bookended, isn't it? And you see this, darts has this alarming ability every now and then just to throw up this nice simultaneous behaviour. The symmetry of darts, it's evident everywhere.
It's like a Stan Wawrinka backhand. It's just a thing of beauty.
Yeah, so 7 successive European Tour events for Henderson that he's qualified for. Made the last 8
47.
in Leverkusen last time, losing to Sulevic 6-2 in their meeting. Strange as well, he failed to qualify for the final 4 events of last year and the first 2 of this year, and you just wondered what was happening with John Henderson, but, you know, rest assured he came back and he has certainly gone about resurrecting his European campaign in exactly the right way.
Well, qualifying through the British qualifiers especially, it's a bit of a knack, because this year there's been a mix of single-header qualifiers where there's just been 1 qualifier in one night, and then some where there's been 2 in the day. Next year, looking at the schedule, the majority of them are double headers, which
27.
suit the likes of John and Darren Webster. You know, they can go for the long haul and throw darts all day. If you're qualifying for events constantly, like John has been doing this year, then it's got to be good for your confidence, because you're constantly winning through. You're winning a mini tournament to get here.
100.
Well, John on 226 will make things easier if he gets 60 with the first dart. Does that. Now wants to fill it up. Stay there.
100.
And he's disappointed with that ton, as you can see from his minor grimace. In the industry, we call that a bad ton, because you get the 60 first, then 2 single 20s. A good ton is 2 single 20s, then the 60.
138.
Yeah, a bit of pressure here.
126.
More than a bit of pressure, because Ronnie is waiting on 40. So you feel this has to go, but Henderson has been derailed here with that errant first dart.
86.
We saw 126 earlier from Kirk Shepard. That was an absolute dream shot. We don't need anything spectacular from Ronnie Huybrechts here. What we want is double top.
Game shot.
And it's a nice shot.
Ronnie Huybrechts.
It's 1-all.
Third leg is Ronnie to throw first.
And just like his brother, he's sneaky aggressive, Ronnie Huybrechts. Must be something in the Huybrechts blood. Get very pumped up for a game of darts. Not taking him long to get here, Ronnie Huybrechts.
Very convenient, this one for him. Averaging around about 95 at the moment. Maybe a bit too early to be looking at the averages in any great detail.
135.
Well, tip for everybody at home, that when you get yourself into a pressure game, if you're thinking about averages, you're thinking about the wrong thing. Thinking in a game of darts
140
is very overrated. I'm going to quote Wayne Mardle there. He was on social media earlier this week talking about how you shouldn't have to think when you're in a pressure game. You should just do this kind of thing. Just focus on what you're doing.
Well, Henderson's in touch in this leg as he looks to break for a second time. Certainly will be in touch if Ronnie fails to find the treble here. Now that's 60 for Huybrechts, leaves 201. 226 minus these for Henderson.
85.
So Henderson on a finish first on the Huybrechts throw.
When you're on 201, the magic number is 177 or 165. You just think, come on, hit that, leave a double. But then
87.
Big John,
When you require
141 left, needs 2 trebles to leave a double. Now he just wants to leave a handy shot, and he needs a treble 20 to leave tops.
61.
Yeah,
Ronnie
and
require
hoping that Ronnie can't find his 114.
I can guarantee that Ronnie wanted to leave something a little less than this. But he won't mind if he hits a treble 18.
Yeah, that would have left tops, but it's not to be. Ooh,
53.
Small margins there, Rob.
80.
Everything
And the
right on the
treble
wire.
five, yeah, absolutely. Double 10 then for Henderson for a 2-1 lead and a second break of throw. And that's
John,
exactly
the
what we
third
have.
leg. John Henderson. Fourth leg is John to throw
3
first.
breaks on the spin
Game
in
on.
this one. And it's bearing a few similarities with another match earlier on today that featured a succession of breaks of throw. That was the match between Searle and West, where we saw
42.
4 on the spin late in the day in that one.
Yeah, that match was up and down more than a magician's tie. It was very unpredictable, but
The Schindler Quantock match as well, yeah. There were 6 successive breaks of throw in that one.
57.
It got to the stage where holds of throw were proving elusive and holds of throw were proving decisive as well. Do bear with us as far as the scoreboard is concerned. We will try our best to keep on top of the numbers for you in terms of what
60.
players require. That will help as well.
go back to that tournament that John was playing last week in Inverness. You might think, yeah, local tournament, great player like John Henderson, you would expect him to win it. But the thing is, great players find tournaments like that. They're not easy
96.
to win. Jamie Bain was there. Guy by the name of Cameron Menzies was there. He's very highly ranked in the BDO. Guy called Craig Quinn,
100.
Scotland International, he was there. And others like Pekka Woods and Andy Bolton. That's why players like Hendo go to these things. And I know that R.Huybrechts and his brother Kim still go to local tournaments in Holland,
100.
in Belgium, because they want to keep testing themselves. They want to get winning feelings coming into these tournaments.
And it doesn't really matter who you're winning against, does it, I suppose, as long as you are
92.
just in that routine of playing well, keeping yourself fresh, winning matches,
Absolutely.
all well and good. Yeah, John Henderson, by the way, had a very rough ride in qualifying for this one. I'm not talking about the actual journey
100.
to Barnsley. I'm talking about his actual matches that he played. 2 6-5 wins, once against Richie Burnett and one was against Andy Jenkins. So he had a really, well, potentially a very
100.
dangerous
Ronnie
draw
Rickman,
there, but
148.
came through as one of the seeded qualifiers. R.Huybrechts also 6-5 last night against Alan Stein in the match in which the German threw a 9-darter. Beat Roxy James 6-2 as well.
85. John, you require 107.
Can't remember off the top of my head if Henderson qualified for Mannheim as well next weekend.
Probably. He didn't like that treble 17 shot.
67.
He expected to get a shot at a double there, I guarantee you that. But now, Huybrechts.
Yeah, started on 63 here.
23. John, you require 40.
And now Henderson looking at tops for the first hold of throw in this match. Needs to come down a shade
the
or two,
fourth leg.
and there it is,
John Henderson.
right in the middle of the
Head
bed.
leg is Ronnie to throw first.
And
Game on.
he's not looking too troubled here at the moment, Henderson. He knows there's still a lot of work to be done, but he'll be very satisfied with the way the first 4 legs have panned out here.
Well, Hendo knows that he's going to be going to the Euros
120.
by virtue of that great run in the last tournament in Leverkusen.
Yeah, £13,000 he's got on the European Order
Yeah,
of Merit.
that should be enough.
That'll be more than enough.
125.
So he wants to get higher now, and what he wants to do is solidify his place in other tournaments. He wants his place in the Grand Prix to be safe. He wants to just keep winning, like you said, Rob. You keep winning.
140.
You're not going to do much wrong.
The invitations will come.
Indeed, they will. When it's your living to do this, you want to take pressure off future tournaments
60.
by winning right now. John used to play semi-professional. He would work and play. And then he took the huge decision quite late in his career to do it full time.
140.
And now he wants that
Yeah.
sacrifice to pay off.
Yeah. 32 in the Order of Merit right now, John Henderson. 29 on the Pro Tour rankings. So he's,
97.
you know, those sorts of
Ronnie
numbers
Rickman,
will
101.
open doors for him if he stays there. He
101
knows he's got work to do. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
101 for Ronnie. Looking at Bull now. He does like double 16. What do I know?
69.
That leaves double 16.
Henderson on 2-1-9 here, by the way.
97. Ronnie Uruguay 32.
This has got to go. Can't afford to mess around like he did a few legs ago on double 8. Double 4. Or John can sneak in. Oh,
John,
good shot, you know.
Ronnie Huybrechts.
Needed that. Couldn't
Seems like it's
afford
John to throw
to let
first.
John Henderson have a crack at another 3-darter.
Yeah, he absolutely needed that. 3-2 it is. Henderson, though, still with the advantage of leading by 2 breaks to 1 here.
140.
Kicking off with a ton 40 on his throw just to try and re-establish that 2-leg cushion.
John usually comes to European Tour events on his own. It's quite a travel sometimes for John to get to German events. He lives in Huntly. He's got to go to either Aberdeen or Inverness and connect through Paris or possibly somewhere else in Europe. But this was all right, this one.
Yeah.
Aberdeen to Amsterdam.
180.
And a direct route here as well.
Indeed. And he's brought his good lady Veronica with him.
Oh, is she here this weekend?
She is indeed.
Good. I'll have a chat with her later.
Very, very
80.
intelligent lady. And nobody supports Big John like she does.
$140.
Yeah, £13,000 on the Order of Merit, European Order of Merit, and £20,000 since the start of June as well. So it's been a really productive couple of months for him.
93. John Uruguay 41.
Yeah, he's in great shape here. Is Henderson 41 away with Huybrechts all at sea.
Game shot on the
One
6th
tops.
leg. John Henderson.
He does like tops.
Something like
He's
it's
very,
Ronnie
very
to throw
reliable on
first.
it, isn't he?
What is it about Scottish players and double top? Gary Anderson loves tops. Robert Thornton, arguably the best on tops I've ever seen. And Hendo as well. But look at tops in your left-hand shot there. There's a hole in it.
Right.
He's hit that exact
100.
hole twice with 2 darts. That's precision.
Like an Exocet missile that's been trained on its target.
95.
Well, when you're one of Hendo's darts, you do as you're told.
Ronnie Huybrechts making his 5th European Tour appearance of the year.
81.
So it's already a better return as far as that is concerned as opposed to 2016. Didn't qualify for this tournament 12 months ago.
121.
Made the 2nd round in the German Darts Masters and in Riesa last year. That's as good as it got for him, really. Hasn't gone beyond the 2nd round this year yet either.
57.
And welcome back to the scoreboard. Thanks for joining us as we approach the business end of this one. Ronnie Huybrechts tied for 32nd on the Pro Tour Order of Merit as well, so he too is chasing points as
134.
well. Or chasing prize money, I should say.
We're always chasing something. It's like
Dreams,
being a greyhound, Rob.
aspirations.
Chasing the Players' Championship, the next win, the Grand Prix, the World Championship.
$96. John Uruguay 151.
It's simple. If he hit the 60 and a 51, that would have left him his favourite. Now he just wants to leave something handy.
61.
Well, he got rid of the 1 and another
Uruguay
20.
167.
I've seen Ronnie Huybrechts hit this before, but it won't be this time.
No, and he's in danger again here of finding himself 5-2 down. And John
59.
Henderson.
John Uruguay 90.
Just think that John's knocked the stuffing out of Ronnie Huybrechts a little bit.
Yeah, and again, John has just been efficient, not spectacular, but very, very solid indeed. Just come up with the big moments when he's had to. Deadly accurate on tops as well.
65.
Not so accurate there, but
Ronnie Uruguay
he'll be hoping
108.
to return. Huybrechts could do with this. Now
John probably thought that shot was in, you know. It was very, very close. But single 90 and double 16 takes the leg.
well, that's one part of the equation satisfied. But the second isn't.
76.
And Henderson is
John
let back in here again.
25.
And he's
Ronnie's
looking-
favourite corner has let him down tonight. It really has.
Double 12 for Henderson for a 5-2 lead.
Game
And
shot
there
on
it
the
is.
7th leg.
He
John Henderson.
is very, very
Eighth
sharp
leg
on
is
his
John to
finishing
throw
today.
first.
John Henderson,
Game on.
1 leg away. And there we see. 5-2 the scoreline.
I said earlier that a lot of people who favour tops really like 12s.
55.
Gary Anderson is the epitome of that, in my opinion. The guy wakes up in the morning, hits tops, and before he goes to bed, he hits 12s. Basically, Gary Anderson's double is double 12 because he's won world titles on it. But it's just one of those
100.
things. Ronnie Huybrechts has always been a guy to favour double 16 and double 8. John Henderson will very rarely leave that corner. He will always look to leave
57.
something right at the top. He's a tall man and he feels comfortable there. And the message I'm trying to convey to people out there who want to get better is that if you have something you're comfortable with, just leave it. That's what James Wade has been doing for the best part of 12, 13, 15 years.
140.
Top 10s and 12s.
And there we see Henderson's checkout stats. That sort of mark, you're going to be very, very tough to beat.
83.
Very similar on the first 9 averages, but Huybrechts just has this habit, doesn't he, of just tailing off. He's starting off well. If you look at the bigger picture, he's starting off well in legs, but just isn't able to maintain that over the course of
57.
over the duration of a leg. And Henderson is soon in control, and his finishing has been pretty good indeed.
And John's got an exceptional record against Ronnie's brother Kim.
100.
And I've got a theory about why he's good against the Huybrechts boys. And I think it's got something to do with the fact that he doesn't give them any ammunition. He doesn't give them a reason to get fired up. He just gets up there and he does his thing. And if he does get fired up, it's when the last dart goes in. John looking to pressure. That's 64 of Ronnie. Can't do
44.
so.
Ronnie require 64.
Well, Ronnie Huybrechts actually leads the head-to-heads with John Henderson 2-1, which is a bit of a surprise, but he's looking here now at double 8 to trim the deficit to 5-3.
Game shot on the 8th
And
leg.
that
Ronnie
is a
Huybrechts.
step in the right direction for Ronnie
Ninth leg
Huybrechts.
is Ronnie to
They
throw
met
first.
twice
Game
a couple
on.
of years ago, both in the play. In fact, all 3 meetings were in the Players' Championship. The 2 most recent encounters, both in 2015. 1 win apiece in that one. So I suppose you can't really read too much into that. There's no real major recent history. But it's certainly Henderson's match to lose still, this one. But Ronnie is a fighter. He's a real battler.
80.
And he is certainly more than capable of taking this one to a decider. Just needs Henderson maybe to switch off to an extent as well.
I couldn't agree with
81.
you more as far as Ronnie Huybrechts is concerned. One of the most hard-nosed battlers I've ever seen in a dartboard. He's definitely up there with Thornton. Because remember in a World Cup where myself and Simon Whitlock were playing against the Huybrechts boys, and Ronnie's form at the time was
97.
pretty poor, he would admit. But in that tournament, he just ground it out and found something. And ultimately, he was the difference between our two teams.
180.
John wants more of those. He wants to close this out. He does not want to let Ronnie Huybrechts get closer to him because he will up the intensity and try and get under John's skin a bit.
58.
It's looking good for John.
Yeah, could actually seal this with a break of throw in the 9th leg.
60.
Although, maybe needed a little something more than that.
When you're on 240 and your opponent's on 266, you think, you know what, I just need a 140 here just to give myself the breathing space and I can tidy this up without any stress.
190 remaining here for Huybrechts.
136.
Now John's thinking I might not even get a shot at a double.
Well, he could have done without that as well.
180.
It was a good recovery.
Ronnie require 130.
We've seen a 130 today, and it was
Yeah.
arguably the best finish of the day from Steve West. He hit 260s and double 5, but Ronnie Huybrechts might need the ball. Not going to get a shot at it. So John Henderson, darts in hand,
60.
could, well,
Ronnie require
go
62.
through with these 3.
He could well indeed. 52 away. Now he's looking at tops. His favourite double,
22.
and he's missed it.
Ronnie requires
trouble
The
7.
grimace on the face of Paul Nicholson there, by the way.
I'm surprised he missed it.
Huybrechts, well, it's Very, very good opportunity just to prolong the agony here for John Henderson, and who knows, maybe even more. 52 away again. Double 16 then. Taking his time here, Ronnie. Many players would just keep that momentum going, but staring down the barrel.
John the ninth leg.
Absolutely bang down the middle of the fairway.
So I think it's John to throw first.
5-2 becomes 5-4, and all of a sudden this is a very, very different game indeed.
It is indeed, because Ronnie's got his tail up a little bit. All of a sudden the crowd get involved, and now Hendo just wants to do that. He wants to keep them quiet. And there's a mark of respect from the fans here. Great stuff. Great riposte from Big John.
Well, just when one or two doubts are starting to creep in, you're leading 5-4, you're throwing first, you know you just need to get this leg. What a perfect way to start. A ton 80 on the board.
95.
And Huybrechts already chasing Henderson's tail here. Let's see what Henderson can back it up with. Needs to back it up with something significant as well. Does not want to give too much encouragement here to Huybrechts.
60.
Well,
He'll be kicking himself inside, but he won't show that emotion to Ronnie Huybrechts. They've battered this 60 and that double top in this match. Look at them. They've both got little bits of beard like a bad wizard.
99.
still slightly in the balance. Henderson with the advantage, you feel here. Needs a treble though. Needs to stay out of that sort of business as well.
45.
Well. Now then, Huybrechts. Ton 40 here, at least. Makes things very interesting indeed.
That's what he didn't want. He wanted that first dart plumbing the top of the 60 so he could attack the next
81.
two. But that's a good rescue shot.
It is, but he's still not down to a finish. Henderson still has the advantage here. And once again, he's gone sideways. And he's gone over the other side here this time.
78.
Straight down the middle of the two. Good markers, you could say. Nervy times.
There's a very un-Hendo visit, that. It's usually very, very straight. But that last 60 was a great dart.
Yeah. Well, we talked about Keith Deller at the start of the evening session as well, Dan and I.
97.
And Henderson
Johnny require
is there
138.
on 138. And he's still looking at 138. And he's found his way through for double 12.
Shot.
And there it is. Henderson
Henderson
seals it with the Deller. And I think deep down he'll be mighty relieved to have got over the line in that one. Ronnie Huybrechts was threatening a way back into the contention, but the Highlander seals his passage into round two in a meeting with Ian White in the last 32 tomorrow, and he's clearly delighted with that one as well. He acknowledges the crowd and the part they played. Huybrechts knows it's one that has slipped away, but what a way to book your place in the second round of the Dutch Darts Masters. John Henderson seals it with 138 and seals it with a kiss on the cheek for Ronnie Huybrechts as well. We'll grab a quick word with Highlander. On the way next, by the way, just to remind you once again, James Wilson up against Roby John Rodriguez. That's on the way next for you.
That was a tough game, John. I mean, it seemed like neither of you really got going in the end.
No, I know what Ronnie can do. Ronnie knows what I can do, and that was nowhere near what A game both of us. But it's hard up here. It's all right for you out there looking on here to try and give your A game every time. It's so hard, but I'm just so glad to get through that tough game against a really, really tough opponent, Ronnie.
This year, the European Tour, you've been playing well on the European Tour, haven't you?
I'm up and down with the Europeans. Okay, I've had a couple of good runs and I've qualified for quite a few. But I just love this Europeans. The crowds are fantastic. Here in Holland again tonight, it's 3,000 people on a Friday night. Absolutely fantastic.
And I'll tell you one thing. Tomorrow, when you'll be playing again here on this stage, there's going to be even more, and I'm sure they're going to be cheering for you. Ladies and gentlemen, dames en heren, we zien hem morgen terug in de tweede ronde. De Highlander, John Henderson.